Sitting here cutting that leather for some Kydex sheaths I got to do for some SKs that's going out here in the next couple of days. And just thinking out loud about how easy it is doing it with a knife that's designed to do that, that is designed for utility or utilitarian task. It's got the precise tip there so you can get in those corners. It's got the straight edge, so as you saw me as I split this thick lanyard material down, it's designed as a craft knife. And it got me to thinking about WC knives and what separates WC knives from the pack. I mean, the reason WC knives has evolved to where it is now is because I was always disappointed when I bought a knife back before I started making my own, because it always lacked in certain areas. I mean, in functionality and edge retention, cutability, slicing. There was always something that was just not quite right about it. So I was always wondering why a blade looked the same all the way through. It had the same edge, same geometry, curves, even serpentine handles. The edge was the same, the apexes were the same. Why not dual grinds? And then I got to seeing other people how they combine some combo grinds and compound grinds together. And then WC Knives has really stretched the envelope from that concept. Mora started it with the 2000, I think it was. Since then, they come out with some other things that has a dual grind or compound grind since I started doing them as well. So, I mean, the Tracker, the actual Tracker Wilderness Survival Knife by Dave Beck, not the Tops thing. I want to be nice. But I'm talking about the Dave Beck Wilderness knife, the actual knife that started that concept. Phenomenal design. It's turned the knife world upside down. And I've said all this in videos before. I mean, I'm not the first one to do this. I think I've come along and I've stretched the envelope quite a bit. Matter of fact, I might have just tore the envelope completely up in some areas. But anyway, so what separates WC Knives from everybody else is I have combined that compound grind to make a knife that excels in so many different areas instead of just one or two. It has functionality from this part to this part to the tip. Every part of the knife is designed for a purpose. Knives made to work. That's not just a slogan. That means that this knife was designed to perform and excel in many, many tasks. You know, the old saying, jack of all trades and master of none. Well, I think I've proven that to be wrong. I think that these knives are jack of many, many trades and master of quite a few. And that's the reason WC Knives started. And since that time that I have come out with different designs and people have started using them, and I just can't make enough of them now. And so that's a testament to when you do something that works, that the people try it and they understand the concept and they use it, then you can't make enough. You can't meet demand, and that's the reason I'm behind on everything. I can't make enough. Trying to find somebody that can learn how to do a grind like that, has the patience to do that. Because I mean, I'm not going to say that everybody out there is the same, but I'm going to say that many of the knife makers out there, it's not a passion, it's a business. And so they're going to turn out the things that is easy. They're going to turn out the things that they can do many of them, productions of them, and sell you that because that's what everybody's buying. But does it fill a niche? Does it make your knife usage a joy, a thrill? Then you know, I chose to do something that is functional, that is hard, You know, President Kennedy said we don't choose to go to the moon because it's easy. We go because it's hard. I mean, I do it because this is a knife that I would use, that I do use, that it provides a service. It does many tasks that I do in the shop. And I always come back to this Taskmaster when I'm in the shop. I mean, it's a whittling knife. It's a carving knife. It cuts my onions up. It cuts my steak up. I mean, it does everything that I need it to do in the shop or around the house. And so, I think when it all boils down to it, and I'm just kind of rambling here, folks. It's just something that I'm trying to do some kydex for some SKs and get some things ready to ship out later in the week. But I think the main thing that separates WC knives from everybody else is the concept behind the knife design. I do not just spit out something that was done for 100 years. I try to take a concept or an idea of what task that I want that knife to perform and marry those tasks to the right edges, geometries, and curves and angles that is going to be right for that task. So at the end of the day, I'll look at the knife and say, okay, does it look weird? Most of my knives do, but I'm not after something that looks cool. I'm not after that. I'm looking for something that's going to function, that's be versatile, that's going to excel at many, many tasks. And if you look at one of the WC knives, then you'll see that form follows function, okay? So, and the demand for a WC knife has increased every year. I have customers that has been with me since its conception. And so that's a testament that they also like the way a WC knife performs, not only in edge retention, durability, function, that slices what it should slice, that is a joy to use. Because I guarantee you, folks, when you try a WC knife, it is not going to perform like any other knife you've ever used. And that's why there's a wait of 10 months or more to get a knife, is because the demand is so great. And that's not new customers, that's repeat customers. We do have some new customers that kind of fill in that here and there, of course we do. But for the most part, it's repeat. And that should tell you quite a bit about WC knives. Is not only does it perform and excel for me as the designer, but it does for a whole lot of other people all over the world. So anyway, I just thought maybe I'd throw that out there while I was doing this. And this was 12-ounce leather, or not 12, but 9-ounce leather. So it's not thin leather. It's 10-ounce leather, and you just slice through it like butter. So, you know, but that's what it was designed to do. That's the utility part about that tip and that straight edge. It's a utility blade. It's like a utility knife. And then you got the curves and the tooth and everything else that is there to do the other tasks, opening boxes. That tooth right there, it'll rip through a box in a heartbeat. That Scandi portion there, talking about feather sticks, wood carving. I mean, it's just every part about this knife is to excel at a task or mini task. So anyway, thank you guys for your support. If you, just as a heads up, today is the last day to pre-order the Mini 2 skeleton knife on my website. This is the Saber version, and this is the Scandi version, and I'll put a link to that video at the end of this one. So if you guys want to take advantage of that. Again, there's a wait because demand for my knives is so high. I mean, we do about, we have in the past couple of years, anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 a year, and we just can't keep up with demand. So, you know, and I've tried different employees, and I've tried a lot of other things It always comes back down to me. So instead of me taking all my time training, I'm just getting out there and doing and building. All right, it seems to work better that way. So anyway, thank you. You guys are awesome, phenomenal. Couldn't do this without you. I would build knives for me, but I would not be WC Knives and selling them, making a living. So thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Till the next one, get in the backyard with it on a stick. Be sure to take a child with you to get the opportunity. Don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again very soon.